Hello and welcome to this week's Warriors HQ. Coming up, Ali Price and Kenny Murray go head to head in the Famous Grouse cocktail making contest, and Mike Blair and Tommy Seymour join us to analyse last week's victory over Cardiff. On Monday it was announced that the Famous Grouse had extended their sponsorship of Glasgow Warriors by a further 2 years. To celebrate the news, Ali Price and Kenny Murray went head to head in a Famous Grouse cocktail making contest.
Get your big block of ice, put it in your glass, and then pour it.
I was tired of my lady. We'd been together too long. Like a worn out recording.
Right.
Of a favorite song.
3, 2,
So while she lay there sleeping, I read the paper in bed. And in the personal columns, there was this letter I read. If you like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain, if you're not into yoga, if you have half a brain, if you like making love at midnight.
What's too syrupy? 4, 3, 2, 1, stop cooking. I noticed neither of you tasted your cocktails as you were making them. So this that looks quite strong and that looks lovely. You even put a little twist on the garnish.
Yeah, I did. And put some sausage on top of that. Mine looks strong, that looks good.
Well, they both look pretty good on the eye. You've actually broken your garnish there, so points against you there. That garnish is beautifully twisted there. And it looks quite diluted. It might actually be over diluted. Oh, but we'll have a little taste and see.
I feel like mine's a bit sweet.
There's a lot of maple syrup.
Yeah. Sweet tooth though.
A shaky hand. Nice though.
Well, I'd be happy for the rest of that, to be honest.
That's very good. Quite strong. I need a second opinion. You prepare that one? Okay, so
Nothing in there. That was a half a drink.
this is, that's a very short measure. You probably just like neat whiskey there. So I think based on all round appeal, I think you've chosen a bad ice cube there as well. The aesthetics of this one is better. This one tastes a little bit better. But I might send that one back. It's too sweet. So the winner is Coach Murray.
Yes!
That you like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain and the feel of the ocean.
Last Sunday, following our victory over the Cardiff Blues, the players visited historical locations around Stirling, including the castle, the Wallace Monument and the Battle of Bannockburn.
Hello and welcome back to our analysis section of Warriors HQ. Delighted to be joined by Mike Blair and Tommy Seymour today. How are you guys?
Very well, thanks, Jack.
Good, thanks. Mike's picked 3 clips that we're going to go through, so let's get rolling.
Okay, so if you just play the clip through, there's the game from Friday. Making a line break here on the outside. George Townend does really well. Tough load the ball and we make a bend in the line out on the outside. So if you take it back to the start again, Greg. I've been doing a fair bit of work, just pause it there, I've been doing a fair bit of work with the nines in my time here at Glasgow, and one of the things that we look at is support lines. So if you keep your eye on Henry here.
You taking credit for this, are you?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Cool.
So watch him, so he's in front of the ball all the time. So he's doing that for 2 reasons. He's doing that so that he can support a potential line break, but he's doing that to get speed to the breakdown as well. The traditional line would be him following in behind the attack line. But what he's doing is in front of the line, he's going to get there quickly, plus he's got the bonus of any line break being made, he's going to be in there for support in the middle.
I think also it's just one point to mention, it's a testament to obviously the kind of rugby we're playing these days, where our nines are feeling confident about line breaks in the wide channels. Obviously we're playing a free-flowing brand of rugby, and obviously Henry's backed the guys in the outside channels to make the bust.
Thanks very much. Our next clip involves Nico Matawalu on the wing. So if we watch it through, and then Tommy, maybe you could talk us through what he's thinking here.
Yeah, well, as you notice the clip, you'll just see he was off screen there. You might have noticed him in the top corner. As the clip started itself, obviously Cardiff have gone wide with the ball. Jack has made a good tackle on the edge there where they've put the ball through. But what Nico's done really well is he's tracked the play from the far side. He's not shut off at any point. He's not thought his job's finished, and because the ball's nowhere near him that he has to, he can shut off at all. He's come round, he's supported well, and what he's done for us is he's turned a potential position of weakness with the ball going in behind us into a position of the ability to attack. He's worked back, and as you also saw, George Horn has worked back in his position of support. Just allowed Nico, had time to hold the ball up, get a pass away, and as you can see, we've been able to begin our counter-attack from a position of weakness.
And that's a big part of our counter-attack, isn't it? The work rate to get back into position to open up opportunities. And we've got some fantastic back three players with great feet, can beat guys one-on-one, but the first point is get back in a position where we're able to counter-attack and then go from there. And Nico's done a fantastic job work-wise.
Thanks very much. Our final clip is Sam Johnson's try, so let's have a look at this one.
So a great try. We've been going through the phases here. Plays it off to the right hand side, and if you just pause it there, a great picture we've got here. We've got Henry running, so he's challenging in the near areas. We've also got runners, forward runners running nice down lines in to commit the back line. Pete's in behind, so we've got plenty of options to play.
I think it's support. Obviously Mike's highlighted sort of our positional sense there, but there's two excellent pieces of skill at the end of the day from two quality players. There's obviously getting yourselves in the right position is obviously important, but you've got to be able to execute, and Pete's put the kick on the absolute money there, and Sammy's done really well both to collect it and then hand off and get rid of another guy in what would be real close quarter sort of instances there. So yeah, two fine bits of skill from those guys.
If you just take it back and put it in the wide view, Greg, just we talked about the work rate during the counter-attack in the last clip. Watch Sam Johnson working really hard to get back into position as well. So that underpins a lot of the work we do in attack, that work rate off the ball, and that's something that's not often talked about. As Tommy says here, we do a lot of work on our handoff, so Sammy getting a right-hand fend right in the chest of the Cardiff fullback, which allows them to score the try. Just as well,
it's just a variety of attack. We're obviously looking to develop a lot of variable options as we're playing, and Pete's identified obviously that they've got a strong line, but they're quite narrow. He's identified Sammy's out wide, whether it be Sammy's called the kick, and Pete's obviously had to execute. But as I said, we're trying to mix our attacks so that we keep defences guessing and they're not entirely sure on how they should be defending us, and that way we can pick the holes as and when we see them.
Tommy, you'll find yourself in that position quite a lot. Just how difficult is it a finish for Sam there?
Yeah, incredibly difficult. As I said, it's a wonderful bit of skill from him. As I said, you're totally reliant on the kick being one that you can really contest for, but Sammy, as Mike's highlighted, has reset perfectly there. He's kept his width. He's not tried to run on it too early, so he's kept himself on side, and you won't see a finer finish from a kick there really. He's got to catch that ball and stay composed enough to get the hand off and run along the touchline. So yeah, no, highly commendable there. It's a brilliant finish from Sammy.
Guys, thanks very much for your insight, and thanks for joining us on Warriors HQ. Join us again next week for more insight.
That's all for this week. Thanks for watching. Be sure to join us next Thursday at 5 for another Warriors HQ.